Well, good evening everyone and welcome to Australia, where we are now on the circuit of Mount Panorama for GT3 AM's round 7, where 10 drivers are going to compete for the win today. So we have today Super Bounty, Bogarovsky, Jerome, Rightly Calmer, Mejia Nestor, our championship leader, Shabby 2K, Brent, Fifi, our Romanian who has already gotten himself into a bit of trouble, MacTuber, and Skipper in his beautiful Mazda. Qualifying has started already. And we are slowly going to see times on the chart. We now have Bogarovsky going on the big Conrad straight, setting a 19 time. Bogarovsky has actually said before this race that he hates the track, and with its 6.2 kilometers long, making it one of the longest circuits in motor racing, this is certainly not going to be an easy feat for the drivers, especially with the long uphill. And Bogarovsky is going to enter now the main straight, and down the hill he goes. He's actually going to be the second driver to post a time, because we have Super Bounty, who is the first driver out and who will be the first to set a time in this lap, and we will use this as a reference. Super Bounty, as opposed to Bog, has said that he loves the track, so we do have mixed opinions here. And we will see our first reference time. No, Super Bounty just goes out of the way, and we will have Bogarovsky cross the line first on the main straight, and he's at 2:04. We do know that we are expecting somewhere around 2:00 today for pole, but we will see. We have Mejia Nestor with a 2:04 as well, and we will actually Rightly Calmer just started a lap. Jerome is on an out lap. Fifi is going to post a lap right now, but it's really not a good lap for him, unfortunately. Let's see what Skipper has done. So far he is on an out lap. He's on an in lap actually, after two not very happy laps for him. MacTuber is also going to post a lap now, a time now, and it's a 2:06, which does get him into P4, but that will not hold. With 9 minutes and a half remaining of the qualifier, we have Super Bounty closing in, and he will want to post a good time this lap, as his first two laps were not very bright. Going down the Conrad straight, Last corner before the main straight. What is Super Bounty going to be able to do for time on this lap? I think it's going to be a better time, and it's professional pole for him for the 203.8. I am still betting this is not going to hold. So let's see who else is coming in. Rightly calmer. He does not improve. We have Shabby coming in, but he's going in the pits. Who else do we have? Let's see, we have Fifi coming in. Oh, he loses and he goes in the pits. Skipper coming in to focus his time. Murray's corner, last corner of the race. This is not going to be a good time as well. Meg the Tuber coming in to set his fast lap also, hoping to improve. And unfortunately he doesn't. Super Bounty is again on a fast lap and he will want to improve, as that 203.8 is really not going to hold if Mejia has something to say about it. This is an unusual circuit because it has a difference from the lowest to the highest point of 174 meters, so it's pretty unusual for it. Super Bounty also goes in the pits. We have Bogarowski coming in. Oh, he's on an out lap, so he will start the time lapse now. And how about if we follow him for a while, hoping that we don't lose a better time. Going through Hell Corner and up the mountain straight for Bogarowski. Nobody improves so far, while Bogarowski takes the Griffin Band and he will go. Unfortunately, Bogarowski is a bit down on his time, about a half second. Super Bounty is on an out lap. Let's see if anyone can improve. Brett is on an out lap. Right to Karma is on an out lap. Everyone is on out lap, so we will stick with Bog for now. As he is the closest driver to cross the line, and he will hope to improve. And he does improve for a bit. Let's see what he can do. No, Bog. No, he just... This could have been a good lap for him. Super Bounty has just started his lap, and Mejia is posting a very good time so far, and he will surely want to improve and go for pole, as this is a very technical track and track position is going to be key. And does he improve? Yes, he does improve, but not by enough. He needs another tenth to get that pole from Super Bounty, and he will hope to be able to maybe get another lap in, but I don't think so. It really depends on what his strategy was. But he does have enough fuel, like more than what he needed maybe. With 3 minutes to go, Super Bounty will surely want to improve his time and keep that pole for himself. Brett is sitting pretty in fourth for now, but he kind of loses the car for a bit. What I wonder is about Jerome. He's usually a front runner, and well, his times have been not the best, I could say. He is on an out lap now, and he will get to the finish line, so he will be able to make it. Super Bounty is not having an improvement. Let's see, Bogarovsky is on an out lap, and he's going to start his lap now. Mejia, I think he will snatch pole. I think he will snatch pole, and he did it by 0.6 of a second from Super Bounty, and this is a very good time of 2:03.1. Can Super Bounty bounce back? Or can Bogarovsky do better? And he does improve by just a touch, and it will not be enough to take the second position from Super Bounty, but it could be just enough if he could protect himself from Brent, actually. Brent, we will see. Brent needs around 4 to 5 tenths if he wants to catch Bob, but I think his lap is ruined. So Magdituber in 5th with scruffy run there. Bogarovsky has snatched second place, and I think this is a very good result from him, given the fact that, well, he said he hated the track. So Rightly Conway improves quite a lot and snatches a place from Brent also, so he will start in the second row if nothing else happens. But again, I have to ask about Jerome. Something is really not okay with him. Usually Jerome is a front runner, so seeing him in P10 is quite awful. I don't think he's happy with his performance at all. Qualifier has ended and we are going to go straight to the race here in Mount Panorama. And here is our lineup. With Bogarovsky on the front row, besides Mejia and Ezra, our championship leader. With Super Bounty and Right Karma, second row, Brett and Magdi Tuber, third row, Fifi, Shabby, and Jerome and Skipper last on the grid. Jerome is an exotic presence on that grid there. And we are going to go live now. Bogarovsky has gotten a great start, but Mejia somehow manages to get right in front of him. But Bog still manages. Bogarovsky has managed to take the lead right before the first corner, and he will go to the Griffin's bed, wheel to wheel with Mejia. Look at them. Look at Mejia charge. Mejia has gotten the corner from Bogarovsky. Oh, and Mejia loses the rear, and this permits Super Bounty to bounce back and take his place. Mejia drops down to 5th. Super Bounty takes the lead from Bogarovsky. Bogarovsky takes it back. This is going mad. This is going wild. Oh, a kiss of the wall there, and Jerome has somehow found himself in 3rd place in less than a lap. In less than a lap, Jerome has found himself the way from the back of the grid to the front of the grid, and we have the most unusual leader now in Bogarovsky, who just said minutes before the race that he hates the track. We have Brent in 2nd place, Mejia in 3rd, losing out just a bit there because of that kiss with Bogarovsky and the wall after that. Super Bounty in 4th, Fifi in 5th, getting a couple positions. Magdi Tuber 6th, Jerome is back in 7th somehow. Rightly Calmer losing a couple places, and he is in 8th, fighting Shabby now for the spot. Wheel to wheel, Jerome slides and he is all over the place there, and he is really on the grass and loses massively there. Bogarovsky has somehow opened a 3-second gap within a lap. This is amazing. Bogarovsky is, I really hope he can keep it together and just go for the race he never expected. Actually, he was saying he really does not expect him to be a frontrunner in this race, but look at him go, 3.5 seconds with 1 lap only. But this is actually amazing. Mejia is now in 2nd place, and with some clear air might just try and go for closing that gap. Super Bounty now in 3rd, following Mejia closely through this track circuit. Shabby just passed Magdi Tuber for 4th. Skipper running 6th. Brent has gotten himself in 7th place, while Jerome has dropped back, unfortunately, in 8th. 59th, with Rightly Calmer in 10th. I am sorry, we are losing all the action, but unfortunately Bogarovsky's gap to the 2nd place is closing fast, as Mejia is one of the fastest drivers out there, and we know his pace is incredible. Mejia is really closing that gap, but Super Bounty is taking to him like a stamp on an envelope. Further back we have Shabby, who is trying to chase down the three leaders, with Meg the Tuber following him, Skipper followed closely by Brent, Jerome, Fifi, and at the back we have Riley Palmer, who has lost out a lot of time. And he manages to get past Fifi, who has gotten himself in trouble, unfortunately, and he just spins incontrollable. Bogorowski has started to go in a race pace, and he has managed to keep the gap open and somehow steady in the last lap. Super Bounty might be helping him for a bit, chasing Mejia as close as he... No! Super Bounty just loses the car and he slides. Oh my god. Got it for him. And Mejia somehow just liberated from that pressure. He gets very close to Bogorowski, and he will look to attack in a second's time. A lot of close battles in the back. We are going to keep with the leaders for now. Checking fuel and tires, it seems that Bog and Mejia are at least 4 now on sort of a same strategy for at least for this first stint, and we will see what happens after that. We have a lot of cars right next to each other, and Skipper loses it again in a fight with Jerome, who gets P6 and gets to fight Magnituber and Brent for the 5th position so far, at least. Super Bounty is so unlucky with that spin, while he was so close to Mejia Nestor. Mejia Nestor, who is now right on the back of Bogorowski, and he will surely look for an occasion to go for that overtake as soon as they get to the Conrad straight. Bogorowski does not help his mission by going a bit wide there, but he somehow manages to keep the position. I think Mejia tried to avoid contact there. Oh, he's going in the pits. Mejia is going to pit now. This is a pretty odd. As he will maybe want to go all the way. I don't know, but Bogorowski will feel a bit relieved now, not having the pressure to deal with. And Mejia actually only changed tires, so no fuel for him, but fresh tires, and the 5-second gap he has to Bog might be closed faster than we think, because Bogorowski's tires will surely start to fall off at some point. Let's check the back of the race and see how the midfield stacks up. Shabby is under a lot of pressure from the Megdi Tuber, who will surely want to find a move somewhere to pass. Bradley Calmer is right behind them, and he is waiting for an opportunity or a mistake from any of the two drivers, as we've seen a lot of mistakes today. A lot of mistakes happening today. Jerome seems to have found the race pace, although his car is very slidey, so maybe something in the settings is really not helping him, and he's been sliding ever since the start of the race, while Bogarovsky has very good pace, and he is running 205s every lap, which is very good for him. But Mejia's fresh rubber, it really shows, and he gets past as while Bogarovsky gets into the pit. Will Bogarovsky find the speed in the new rubber to get after Mejia and catch him? Mejia only has a 2-second advantage. And I think tires are not really a factor right now, as they are not very old. Super Bounty though, running in third and with a comfortable margin in his back. No pressure from behind, but unfortunately no cars in front of him also, as he is 6 seconds back from Bob. Brett though is under attack from Jerome. And while Jerome's car doesn't seem to behave today, he is known to be a very aggressive driver and will seek any opportunity to overtake. Look at the two drivers go. They are stuck together practically on the straights. That was a kiss of the wall for Brent. They will go wheel to wheel in the turn. Can Brent make it on the outside? No, he can't. Jerome, I'm sorry. Oh, and that love tap really cost Jerome, as he goes wide and into the grass and in a spin. Oh my god. Why did he do that? Super Bounty in the pits, and he goes out. Fresh rubber and full gas. Mejia Nestor meanwhile keeps his lead and enlarges it, and he is now 5 seconds adrift in front of Bogarovsky, who's got a comfortable lead over Super Bounty of 16 seconds, over almost 17 seconds, so he may as well pit again, and he will keep his spot, I think. Although Super Bounty does have fresh rubber and fuel. And Bogarovsky sets a new best with almost a second. Look at his time. He's been pretty fast since he was out of the pits. Jerome's race is really not going according to plan, I think. Seems that Super Bounty's fans are cheering for him. And he is doing a good race so far, so as he did say he liked the track. So let's see what he can do against Bogarowski. Nothing, as we know in GT, nothing is settled until the very end. Bogarowski sets a fastest segment, a purple segment. Will he go for the fastest lap? Will he be able to take the fastest lap from here? I've not seen Bogarowski set fastest laps that often. So while he didn't say that he didn't enjoy the track, it seems that it suits his driving style because he is doing very well so far. Jerome going slowly, and I think he's had another mishap. The race has calmed down, yet Pricey Comer is under attack by none other than Fifi, the Romanian driver. So it's right on his tail, and he is hunting that Porsche down. Skipper in the back, and his car has a lot of marks of wall meetings. Meanwhile, Mejia does what he does best, just increasing that gap. While Bogarowski is starting to lose time to Super Bounty's fresh tires, and he will have to... No! Bogarowski just loses the rear a little bit. I think it's not Jerome's car that's so slidey. I think it's actually the track. Because I have seen a lot of cars or not slide as hard as Jerome, but anyway, a lot of cars losing the rear in the weirdest sections of the track, so to speak. Skipper doing the Bottas Lawnmower 2020 edition. This is our race and championship leader, Mejia Nestor. As it stands today, with 3 races left, aside from this one, Mejia Nestor has got a huge lead in the championship of 60 points ahead of Bogarowski in the Rogue One Mercedes, and he is, well, he's not mathematically a champion yet, but surely he will get it. Aside from that, there is a huge fight between Bogarowski, who has taken the lead because Mejia pitted. There's a huge fight in the championship for second place between Bogarovsky and Brightly Calmer. And well, with Jerome being not very far in the back in fourth, he could get in the fight also. But as it stands today, Bogarovsky has a huge chance of increasing that gap and claiming that second spot for himself for a while now, and going into the last 3 races with a lot more points. Mejia has won 3 races so far, with 1 going to Jerome, 1 to Zatomi, who is unfortunately not racing, 1, and 1 to, well, Lord Elephant, who is not racing with us anymore. But Bogarovsky is going first, and he will surely have to pit as soon as possible, as his fuel is very, very low. And well, Mejia is going to take the lead once again, followed closely by Super Bounty, who is also pretty low on fuel, but he is trying an overtake on Mejia right now, trying to pass on track and maybe get some clearer. This move is surely going to help Bogarovsky, as Mejia is being slowed down right now, and he will help him as he is in the pits. Let's see where will he be able to come back, as Super Bounty and Mejia Nestor go right. Bogarovsky with a full car and a fresh set of rubber, while his speed is not going to be awesome, at least in the first laps, with such a full car. But he's not that far back, and well, Super Bounty is surely going to pit. Therefore, Bogarovsky is going to inherit second place and this 9-second gap to Mejia, which is ever increasing. Looking in the back, Brent is in fourth, with Jerome is in fifth, Brightly Calmer in sixth, Fifi in seventh, MegTuber in eighth, Shabby 2K in ninth, while we have Skipper in 10th, and all the drivers are separated by comfortable margins right now. But surely going back for fuel and tires will change the order. Until then, Super Bounty still manages to retain his lead in the race, but this will surely not last, as Mejia is not even trying. He is just keeping his pace, knowing that he doesn't need to pass on track. And while for Mejia this is business as usual, going for first place, Bogarovsky is having a very, very good race so far, and he is going to be wanting to see this position last to the very end. And hopefully with no mistakes, it can be, it's within his grasp right now. Who will take the checkered flag in third place if this goes up? Will it be Super Bounty? Will it be Brent? We have to wait and see. So far, Skipper has fallen a lot in the back, unfortunately. Brightly Calmer's chances to second place are now pretty slim, if he really doesn't get to improve on this P9. Brent and Jerome have a fight of their own, because Brent is only 6 points behind Jerome in the championship, so he will be wanting to take that fourth spot for himself if he can take his fourth place to the flag, seeing as Jerome does have quite a lot of problems and his race is not what he would have liked. We'll be waiting for the Rogue One Mercedes to cross the finish line so as to see his times with a full tank, and this is going to be a good time. This is going to be a very good time, 2:04 with a full tank. And while Super Bounty is in the pits and he is now exiting in third place with a very, very good margin to the fourth place Brent. One second penalty for Brent also. Jerome in the pits again. We're having a few to go to the end. Right, Como running in 8 and, well, in a pit stop waiting for him for sure, looking at his tires. Mag the tuber going to the end, I think. We've lost the skipper. We have lost the skipper. Did not catch that, but unfortunately he is out of the race. He has Nestor's lead is ever growing, and it's down. It's up to 11 seconds to Bogarowski now. Thing is, Super Bounty has fresh tires and a full tank, and 3.5 seconds to bog, and well, this just means that with no mistakes and with a great pace, the Team Dive Bomb Mercedes might have a chance of catching the Rogue One. Super Bounty is pretty far in the championship, lying in 10th position with only 14 points to his name, so a podium today would bring him up pretty good and get his points collection just a bit larger. Until then, we have no other fights on the track. And our leader has gotten to 12 seconds. Mejia comes down for fresh tires, and this will actually mean that he will not be able to be caught until the end of his race. Meanwhile, Bogarovsky's second position is under threat by Super Bounty for sure, as although he is posting very good lap times, his tires are not fresh. Well, at least not as fresh as Super Bounty's, and should he pit and Super Bounty decide to go to the end, he will surely lose the second position. Should he not pit, he would have to defend for a lot more, like maybe 5 laps. And well, will he be able to do it? I don't think he's in any jeopardy of losing the podium, even if he pits, but well, second is way better than third. And Super Bounty has caught the Rogue One, and he will surely look to go fast as soon as he gets a chance. It's clear that he has the pace. Only question will be, when will the move be done? No! No! Super Bounty has just given second place to Bogarovsky, going so wide there. What has happened? What has happened? Six seconds and Bogarovsky goes in the pit for fresh tires, and it just might be the small gap that he needed. To go out on fresh rubber with a huge gap open to Super Bounty, and surely not going to concede that second place anymore. This was extremely fortunate for Bogarovsky, who stands no chance other than a very huge mistake from Mejia to get to the first place. But other than that, he is assured of a podium, as well as Super Bounty, while Brent is in 4th and Shabby 2K Rod's in 5th position for the Rogue One. This will be actually good points for Rogue One team and for the Team Dive Bomb. This is going to be an interesting to see in the championship, in the Constructors' Championship. Although, well, Team Dive Bomb is only lying in 5th, so not really contenders. Unfortunately, somewhere along the way we have lost Jerome also. While Rightly Calm managed to get past Magdi Tuber for 7th. Brent is in the pits and he is going to go for fresh rubber. And also gas? Did he maybe need it? I'm not really sure. But looking at the leaders, I don't think Brent needed that much gas to begin with, but 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left in the race. We have Fifi in 6th place, and this is gonna be good points for him. Fifi lying in 8th in the championship for Team Saints and Sinners. Our championship leader Mejia Nestor is on the 22nd gap. He may as well pit for tires now if he wants. Doesn't need to, but and he posts another fastest lap of the day, and he gets it to 2:02.3. The Mercedes of Rogue One is losing a bit of time to Super Bounty, but I don't think that gap can come down in 2 laps time, 3 laps time maybe, so much as to warrant an attack. Thus, I believe our race will end like this, most likely, if nothing huge is going to happen. Our leader gets his first penalty of the day. Well, I'm sorry, Patrick, but I have no clue about that. I've never wondered, and yes, there is. Yes, there is. If we get 16 people, we can spectate and we can stream. I think everyone has just settled in their own pace, and we will have maybe our last showdown of this race between Meg the Tuber and Rightly Calmer, and we will stay with them for just a bit, watching Rightly Calmer trying to get as close as possible to Meg the Tuber to maybe warrant an attack, but this is not going to happen right now. This is as close as they can get, and Meg the Tuber is not helping himself going wide in the grass there. And Rightly Karma is going to look to get the inside at the end of this straight, maybe. He does take a look, but I think he's a bit too far. Meanwhile, Mejia Nesser is on his final lap. While these two are battling, look, Sparks and McDtuber loses the car and allows Rightly Karma to go right past him. Unfortunately, a good fight ends up with a mistake and the Porsche driver slots ahead of the Mercedes. Bogarowski has ended his race as the leader has passed, and everyone will eventually end their race. And well, Bogarowski is P2, Super Bounty P3. I am glad we will have to ask them about their pre-race feelings, as they had very mixed feelings between the two of them, while we watch our race winner and championship leader Mejia going for his final run of the day, going in the last sector right now. He will get the win, he will get the fastest lap of the race. He is on a completely other level than everyone else. Crossing the line. Here is your winner, offering us a superb finish, and this is the order they have finished. Ladies and gentlemen, this was our race today, and let's wait to hear from your podium winners. Do not leave us, and let's invite them and try and get them in for an interview. I will do this very fast. Trying to find everyone as fast as I can. Invite two of the guys. Let's hope they show up. Waiting for everyone. I think we have our winner with us, Mejia. Good evening.
Yes, I am here.
Haha, another great, awesome race from you. Before we start, I would like to ask you if you have Super Bounty on your list, if you can maybe invite him.
I don't know. I will.
Well, I know who has him. Haha,
Yeah.
Bogarowski. Well, congratulations for today. Help us with inviting Super Bounty in the lobby while I talk to our race winner for a bit. So
Yeah,
Mejia. So Mejia,
Tell me.
It was a dominant race today. 20 seconds lead. It was outstanding.
Well, a couple of mistakes at the start. As he's getting a custom from me, screwing up the start. But then, well, I managed to avoid part of the car launch. I think I got involved up the hill in some crashes, but managed to avoid the rest of them. And then
Boys!
I think someone's happy for today.
What?
Who is this, London Norris or what?
Yes, boys! P3! Yes.
Okay, so Mejia, the rest of the race seemed, well, at least from the commentary box, seemed like, I don't know, very well rehearsed glory run, so to speak.
Well, I didn't know what to do with Bug because he was defending quite hard. So I went for the undercut and it seemed to work pretty well. And then it was to manage the gap. I did like 2 or 3 mistakes, I think, which allowed him to get closer, but then rapidly recover from those mistakes.
It was a great race. Congratulations. Let's go to Bogarowski. And I will remind you that before the race, like maybe not even 20 minutes, you said, I hate this track. I'm only joining because I have to organize it. So give us your thoughts on that.
No, I don't hate the track, but it usually hates me. It's a cool track, it's a fun track, but it's really, really difficult, especially the downhill part. You have to do everything right. The other guys on the podium had way more pace on the downhill section than I did because I was really, really careful. And I think I was lucky to have a good start and to get the lead. And yeah, like Mejia said, I could defend him, and with the undercut I knew the lead was done because he had way more pace. And Super Bounty was really fast today, and I think I was lucky when I had my last pit stop. He made a mistake or something, or maybe even 2, because otherwise I think he would have got on second place because he had much more pace than me. So yeah, I think he drove really well, really fast, but was unlucky in the mistakes. And congratulations to Mejia.
That start, you went off flying. What did you think when you saw yourself in the lead? I mean,
well, actually, I usually have quite good starts, and I also know Mejia doesn't always have the best start, so I knew there was a chance to grab the lead, and I don't know, I knew if I can go uphill at first, I have a chance to keep it for a while. You never know what's going to happen. But he already actually passed me on the inside going up, but he made a small error going up left, and then I could pass him. And I believe he fell back behind Super Bounty and Brent at that moment, and I thought maybe if he could get up in traffic I have a small chance, but no, he was too good today.
Thank you, Bog. Well, Super Bounty, as opposed to Bog, you told us minutes before the race you loved the track, and it seemed you really enjoyed it and you had the speed, and congratulations on the P3. You are our Orlando of the day.
Thanks. It does me very well. Yeah, it was a great race. I'm sad I made a few mistakes because I was on the other strategy. I had a 2-stop strategy. I think it was a faster run, but I made some stupid mistakes and lost a lot of time.
You could have caught Bog and go for P2, and that mistake. What happened?
Yeah, I saw Buck going to the inside and I wanted to go to the outside, but the track stopped there and I just went up.
No more track, huh? So
no more track.
You wanted to test that if the GT cars can do what the Formula 1 cars can do also on the grass, huh?
Yeah, and I cut some grass.
I understand. Well, it was a great race today, boys, and thank you for it. And I would, as in every week, I would like to hear your thoughts on next week's race in Spa.
It is Spa-Francorchamps, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, Racing Racing will be running a special livery to commemorate 10 years from the Spain World Cup in South Africa. So I hope that livery gives us some more horsepower down to Camel Straight.
It will be great. It will be great to see it. I will leave Bog to the end because I want to ask him another thing about Spa and Super Bounty. How do you feel about the track, and what do you hope for next week?
Well, I hope for a good result again, of course. And I just wanted to point out this weekend we got 24 hours of Spa with a few RLH drivers.
Oh my God! I wanted to ask Bog this. So okay, no. It's okay. It's okay because you're actually driving in it. Yes, because you're actually driving in it. So tell us about it. This is what I wanted to ask actually because it matches with our race. It's going to be 24 hours of Spa, and we're going to have 24 hours. We're going to have Spa next week in GT3. So please tell us about it for a bit.
Yeah, well, of course, Spa is a memorable track. It's an awesome track to drive at, and we're driving it 24 hours this weekend on iRacing with 6 drivers from RLH, and we're also driving for the British Red Cross. So if anyone wants to donate some money, it's much appreciated. I think the link can be found on the website,
and also on our YouTube channel. Behind a video that Hugo, I think, posted in anticipation for the race.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes. So, yeah, I'm very excited for the race, and I hope we do well.
It's glad to hear. We will surely be watching at least our stream, the RLH team, and we wish you a lot of good luck and a lot of strength to get the car to the end.
Thanks, mate.
Bogorowski, your thoughts on Spa? You know it very well from F1, I'm sure about it.
Yeah. It's a historical track, a great track, and I've driven many times. But I'm unsure how my pace is compared to these guys, and I'm pretty sure someone like Jerome will be pretty fast there too. So it will be a tough battle to get on the podium, but hope to be there again.
This is going to be a great race. Also, you have managed to get quite a distance from your followers in the standings, right? With Calmer and Jerome. You managed to put some daylight between you and them today.
Yeah,
so.
but if you, I did. But if you look at the gap between me and Mechia, that's.
Well, let's not talk about that.
He could even miss a few races, I think.
I think so. I was saying during the race that I don't think he's mathematically a winner yet, but I'm guessing that the situation will not change and hoping that everyone else will maybe close the gap for next season.
Well, we will try to each race to beat him, and that's the goal.
Well, thank you for the show again tonight, guys, and we will see everyone next Monday at 1900 UK time for the Spa-Francorchamps GT3 8th round this season. So thank you and have a very good evening, everyone.
Yeah,
and we will be ending the stream here.
Too.